Hello everyone. Welcome to Unleash Digitalization's Potentials on Huawei Cloud live broadcast today. This is our second live broadcast of Huawei Cloud 2021 New Year Cloud Festival. And we have prepared a set of Huawei Cloud Star products and solutions portfolio with best practice for you today. We have prepared lucky draw gifts for the audiences. Everyone who registered and logged into this live broadcast and complete our questionnaires in the chat room will have the chance to win a Huawei FreeBuds Pro and Huawei Watch Fit. Please welcome our first speakers, KF Tay, Solutions Director from Huawei Cloud Asia Pacific, to talk about Optimize Cloud First ROI is as easy as optimize your database. Over to you, KF. Thank you, KF, and hope his introductions could give you some takeaway for your database selections. We are offering hot deals from $1 USD for our database package with limited amount. Don't forget to check it out. And now, we are stepping into the next sessions. Before that, please let me repeat the message of our lucky draw. Everyone watching this live broadcast could register our global account and complete the questionnaires in the chat room will have the chance to win Huawei FreeBuds Pro and Huawei Watch Fit. We are going to do the lucky draw at the ending of this live broadcast.
Hi everyone, I am KF from the AirPack Consulting team. So today I would like to share with you how to optimize your cloud-first strategy, your ROI, as easy as optimizing your database. So first thing is basically I need to let you know that database is basically one of the top IT investment for enterprise. You can see from this chart, right, coming from Gartner, right, from 2018 to 2023, there's an uplift of 2x potential of database spend, which is a lot for IT, right? Across the region, you can see from this chart as well. The spending for database basically is increasing. So 2x is really too taxing for a company. In fact, if let's say you can optimize this 2x budget for innovation, that would be very good for your company. And today, I'm going to share with you how Huawei can help you. So first thing is basically Huawei optimized database investment from three angles: price, performance, productivity, portability. And more important is basically all of these three are based on non-lock-in technology. Okay, so it starts from the bottom here, right? First, we will cover the relational database. Second is the non-relational database, your non-SQL, your big data, right? So this is also covered. And third is basically we know that you definitely need some tools to basically to manage your database and non-SQL database. And all this is basically based on the technology of non-lock-in, right? Open source. So the main thing about TCO optimization is basically about how we optimize you with a non-lock-in technology. And we do it with performance, portability, and productivity. So let's come into the next slide in terms of how we optimize your relational database. So in our architecture, basically we optimize it to the extent that your performance is basically the most important thing, because the better the performance, the lower cost that you need to invest into the hardware. So we invested a multi-CPU architecture so that your database will leverage whichever CPU that's basically make the best for your workload. And then plus we have this elastic storage scaling to make sure that you are not limited with the space of the storage. Second, we make sure that this database is as good as the enterprise one, because you can do active HA switchover to avoid one single point of failure, right? So this is second point. Third point is basically the highly scalability. So we make sure that your system can scale, not just the computing, it's also the storage, right? So we can basically support the computing scaling all the way up to 256 nodes. And fourth, we provide easy management tools for you to manage the entire database lifecycle, right? This is for your relational database. So second is about the SQL, your big data, right? So this is basically the world of open source. And how well Huawei basically enhance it for you is basically number one, we make sure that your non-SQL server basically support different modes so that you are not being limited by a single mode. That's number one. Number two is basically, right, we make sure that you have the enterprise features that allow you to have no single point of failure. Huawei enhance it, what we call it, all primary technology, so that a single load into your non-SQL database can be basically replicated into multiple servers. Third, we just make it simpler, faster, and most cost efficient for you. Because in open source world, they care about features, not performance. But Huawei, we care about performance for you because that means cost. Next one is about how we basically, right, if you are convinced with the technology of Huawei, we provide the tools for you to help you to migrate from expensive database to a affordable one. From things that demand you for 2x budget additional by the year of 2023, now we provide you something better, right? With these two, we provide you a 3-step. First step is about how to help you to do a pre-migrations evaluations so that we understand precisely what is your landscape for your database. Second, once we identify that, so we can basically do some planning how to do the migration it over. And then what we have is basically a one-click cloud migration. Simple, low risk, low cost, high conversion, and high security. So once you migrated, right, definitely you will have a situation about how to bring your data over, right? So this is our data replication service, right? Data replication service basically cover two different options. One is basically full data migration or live online data migration, which we support both. And we have proven that with many customers already, so that for you, it's not about something new that you're trying, it's already proven something that you can leverage to migrate your database over, right? So once it's migrated already, it's about how you manage it. And we want to simplify the work of operation and management for you. How well to help you to understand when you migrate from your old traditional database to the new Huawei database environment, right? With the way to administer, to tune, to develop for your database from anywhere and anytime. And then last is about how we get you to the next level. The intelligent database, not just about just managing operation, just managing the administrations. It's about how you understand your database, how you make the database work harder for you, right? From whether it's a real-time session performance, historical performance trend, whether it's a SQL analysis and all that, right? We put in the AI into it so that the AI basically do the hard job, learn how you utilize the database, and then from there, optimize it further for you, let you understand better what happened in the underlying hardware system. So that is basically the next stage, how we bring preemptive, proactive, preventive database features to you. And then this is not all above the technical. Today, we are making a promotion to kickstart your new business year. New business year right here with Huawei database. So we have free AI resources up to 3,000 Singapore dollar for you today, and free guide, free learning material, plus if you want, can reach out to us for free consultations, right? Our intention is very simple. Our objective is very simple. Through this campaign, through the exercise, right, to help you, instead of increase 2x of your budget, but to reduce it further so that you reserve your budget for your business innovation. That's coming from KF from Huawei. Thank you very much.
Thank you, KF, and hope his introductions could give you some takeaway for your database selections. We are offering hot deals from $1 USD for our database package with limited amount. Don't forget to check it out. And now, we are stepping into the next sessions. Before that, please let me repeat the message of our lucky draw. Everyone watching this live broadcast could register our global account and complete the questionnaires in the chat room. Will have the chance to win Huawei FreeBuds Pro and Huawei Watch Fit. We are going to do the lucky draw at the ending of this live broadcast. Well, the second session is gonna be our Technic Fusions. Welcome Kelvin Lee, Solutions Director from Huawei Cloud Asia Pacific, consulting and solutions business with loads of enterprise security experience.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Huawei Cloud Security Service introduction session. In the following 15 minutes, I will do a brief introduction of Huawei Cloud Security Service offering. And in this session, we'll focus on the four key security service Huawei provide, which is anti-DDoS, host space security service, web application firewall, and the database security. Okay, next. So first, let's take a look at today's security threat trend. If we look from the cloud angle, you see a lot of the security threat is focusing on the data security, data breaching, and data leakage, and also infrastructure security, how we can protect our cloud environment. And of course, the denial of service, DDoS service is always one of the key threats we're facing, especially when we build up our web service and our web portal and provide the public cloud public services through the internet. So when we take a look today, more and more customer moving their key business and their commercial applications into the cloud. They're really looking for the assurance to protect this environment, this critical environment to support their critical business applications. So we need to make sure the network is secure, is protected, so all the traffic is protected, and all the data inside of the cloud is protected. And also we need to meet the different industry regulation requirement. We need to comply with different security standard and industry regulation. For example, HIPAA and HIPAA, etc. Okay. So next slide. So basically, if you look at the overall Huawei Cloud Security Protection Framework, you see we actually provide a 360-degree protection for all our customers, not only the environment, but also we help to protect our tenant, our customers' data, and our customers' applications. So we provide the protection from different level. From the top level, it's all about the security governance. So that's about how we can help our customer to build up the security process, help our customer to maintain the best practice in their security process, engineering security, and also even the security organization. And again, from the infrastructure point of view, we provide the network security, and also we leverage different technology, for example, firewall, VPN, web application firewall to protect all the servers, storage, and network and environment. And also in today's session, because we're talking about cloud security services, so this is the security services Huawei offering to our customer. So they can deploy these security services on top of Huawei infrastructure security to protect their own data, their own applications. So we'll talk a little bit detail in the following slides, okay? And of course, from the operation and the maintenance point of view, Huawei need to protect the management environment, need to provide access control, access management to make sure this environment only give the customer access, and also block all the attack from the internet. Okay, and in the end, all the environment and all the services we provide meet different industry regulation requirement, the PCI DSS, ISO series, and like I said before, the HIPAA for the healthcare industry. Okay. So next, let's take a look about today's the focusing topic is the 4 security services we're providing. The number one is anti-DDoS. So this is maybe one of the most important service for all our customer who is moving their enterprise website or to the internet to build up in the cloud environment, and also provide their directly customer interactions through their web portal or through their customer service portal, etc. And of course, the online shopping, the e-commerce website, they all facing directly to the internet, so they need to protect their website against the denial of service attacks. So in this slide, you can see that basically we provide advanced anti-DDoS services. So this is help our customer to filtering the traffic, to do the traffic inspection. All the traffic before they enter into our customers' real website or their real cloud environment, we will do the traffic inspection first, and then we will block all the attacking traffic and filtering all the the invalid traffic. And after that, only the valid customer access traffic will be passed to our real enterprise IP address or a real enterprise web portal, web servers. So all the customer server, all the customer environment is protected behind this anti-DDoS service. So even you're under a huge amount of attack traffic volume, you still can maintain a healthy network environment, and you can still continue to provide your services to your customer. Okay. And the other, so next slide, this is the other very critical service, especially for the web applications. So this is web application firewall. So this services is to provide a dedicated protection for all the web servers, because for the web server, they have very typical attack focusing on the web server vulnerabilities and the weakness. So basically, we provide this web application firewall to provide protection against the common attacks, focusing, for example, the circuit injection or XSS. And also we can protect the customer or customer's web server from the malicious scanning, crawlers, and intrusion holes, or other attacks. So this is to, again, from this diagram, you can see all the traffic before they come before they touch the real customer server, they'll pass through our web application firewall. And inside this web application firewall, we'll do all the traffic inspection. We'll do the detection based on the rules-based detection. And also we can leverage our AI-based intelligence detection technology to help provide something like a zero-day attacks. So this is to make sure your web server is always be protected, and your real customer can always get access to your resource. Okay. Okay. And the third security service, very important services, is we call host security service, HSS. So this is a service we provide to protect our customers' machine, the host, the server, or the virtual machines. So basically, this is an agent-based deployment. So we deploy the security agent on the customer's web host, and this agent will do the traffic inspection, will do the asset management, will do the vulnerability management, help customer to do all the patching, to help them prevent all the vulnerability-based attacks. And also we can maintain a very good, this will help our customer to maintain a very healthy baseline of their environment. So because if you look at a big company or enterprise company, they may have hundreds or thousands of virtual machines or virtual servers deployed in the cloud environment. So how can they maintain a common baseline? And so this solution will help them to do that. And this solution will also help them to build up the centralized asset management, centralized monitoring, event monitoring, activity monitoring, to help them to look after all the their environment, all the servers and all the hosted deploy in the cloud environment. So this solution come with Enterprise Edition and Premium Edition. So you can feel free to go to our website to get the detail. Basically, they provide different level of protection and different features based on your real requirement. Okay. And the last but not the least is the database security services. So these services, because when you move to the cloud environment, basically you store your data inside of the cloud environment. In addition to provide the data security, for example, encrypted data or protect the data from attack, also you need to protect your application level data security. For example, database is one of the most common and the most important component in the whole web application architecture. So how can you protect your database? And the more important, if you are working for a financial industry or you're working for the government or etc., you need to meet the security compliance for the database protection. So this database audit service, tenant database audit service or database security service will help you to meet the regulation requirement for example, the GDPR requirement for the data protection, the SOX requirement for the database security. So basically, this will help you to analyze all the activities. So the user access the database, the user change or monitor or do anything. You have a centralized monitor capabilities, and also everything abnormal traffic or unusual activities, you get a real-time alarm for abnormal behavior. And again, in the end of the day, you get a period of security report and to go through all the activity during the period of time to help you to improve your security policy, to help you to improve your overall security protections. So, and all these security measurement, security monitoring functions will help you to meet the GDPR and the SOX regulation compliant requirements. So make sure when you move your business to the cloud, you still maintain the same level of security compliance as your on-premise environment. Okay. So because, as I talked before, because Huawei provides 360-degree of security protect framework. So if you take a look over our security compliance or standard regulation, you can see all the most important security. We meet all the most important security standard, and also not only we meet the global standard or regulation requirement, we also meet the regional requirement in different countries, in different region. We have our cloud business, so our customer can feel very confident to host their business inside of Huawei Cloud. Okay, so I will encourage you to go to our Huawei Public Cloud website, because recently we have a very good promotion program for all the security services we talked before. And please feel free to check our website to get the latest promotion, and also to check the latest Huawei Cloud security service offering. Thank you for watching.
You may click the heart buttons on the screen if you have learned some useful stuff from our speakers shared in the last sessions. And thank you, Kevin, for your brilliant insights. Next, we have Mr. Anson Shen, the Chief Strategy Officer from Huawei Cloud and AI APAC. He is going to deliver the topic about Huawei Cloud Container Infrastructure. Please welcome Anson.
Hello, this is Anson from Huawei. Today, I'm going to introduce you the Huawei Cloud's cloud-native infrastructure solution. Now, Huawei is a major contributor in the CNCF, which is the Cloud-Native Computing Foundation. As such, it is my pleasure to share with you the latest development of Huawei Cloud in regards to the container technology and the relevant services. Since we expect audiences from a different background watching this video clip, let me briefly touch on what the container technology is. So the best way I find it to compare, to explain the container technology is by comparing it with the virtual machine technology. Right? So in virtual machines, you have the hypervisor, and on top of the hypervisor, you can spin up multiple instances, and each instance has its own operating system. Container is similar to that. It is a lightweight virtualization solution, and the virtualization happens on top of the operating system instead of the hypervisor. As you can see on the graph, we can spin up multiple containers instances on top of a single operating system. Now, the reason that container technology has become so popular is because it offers some additional advantages over the virtual machines. The first is it improved the resource efficiency. As you can see on the left side, to run 3 applications, I have to have 3 operating systems. But in the container case, I only need 1 operating system, right? So the second benefit is that it runs the application with better consistency. So we all know that to run application on the operating system, you need the necessary runtime environment. For example, the Java runtime environment. Now, the beauty of container technology is that it packages all these necessary runtime into the container instance itself. So as a result, you can be assured that the container instances can run on any operating system consistently as long as there's Docker, there's the container engine there. So the same feature allows you to have portability as well. So you can develop and test your application in one place with container, and then once you finish with that, you just package that instances and port it and can run it in other places, for example, your production environment. And you can have the assurance that it's going to run in the same way because it has all the dependencies packaged already in. Now, the last but not the least is the speed. Because container instances are a lot lightweight than a virtual machine because it doesn't contain the operating system, it's very fast to spin up. Typically, you can expect a container instance can boot up within a split of seconds, whereas a virtual machine can take up to a few minutes to boot up, right? So with all these benefits that comes with the containers, it really catch a lot of attention and start to gain popularity. Now, when people start to use more and more cloud services and containers, they start to develop a new approach to build applications. That's the cloud native approach. So the official definition of the cloud native way, according to the CNCF, is that it has to share with the following characteristics. First of all, it uses containers. Then it uses service mesh. And it needs to be designed by using the microservice architecture. The infrastructure needs to be immutable so that once you deploy it, you don't really change it. If you need to change, you deploy a new set and bring the existing down. That's what I mean by immutable. And lastly, the cloud native app uses declarative APIs. So that means you specify the end state of the application and then let the program deploy that dynamically for you. So that's the official definition of cloud native service. Cloud native approach, if you will. So these cloud native principles and characteristics are underpinned by various software technologies. Now, over the last few years, we can see really a few open source technology has become very popular and become the de facto standard for cloud native approach. As you can see on the diagram, these are namely the Docker engine, the Docker containers, the Kubernetes, which is the container orchestration standard, the Istio service, which is a very hot service mesh technology, and the latest rising one is the Kube Edge, which is very popular in China and start to gain popularity outside of China too. That's a technology for you to run containers at the edge. So these are all great open source softwares. However, for customers to use them in the enterprise environment and for mission critical applications, you need a service provider like a Huawei Cloud to provide you the enterprise grade service based on these open source technologies. In the rest of the talk, I'll walk you through what service you can find on Huawei Cloud for these cases. Firstly, let's look at Kubernetes. This is a typical Kubernetes architecture you see on the screen. You can see on top part of the diagram is the control plane. That is the Kubernetes master nodes. The bottom part is the data plane, which is the worker nodes. The master node controls the cluster, and the worker node runs your workload. Right? So these are various, there are various components in the master nodes, including controller, manager, API server, scheduler, etcd. And these are very critical components of the cluster, because if anything wrong with it, it's going to give you interruptions for the entire cluster. Right? So you'd want to run the control plane in a very reliable manner and a very highly available manner. This leads me to introduce you the Huawei Cloud Container Engine Service, the CCE, as you can see on the diagram on the screen. The CCE is a managed service for you to easily run a Kubernetes cluster. Huawei Cloud will run a control plane for you in a reliable and highly available manner and commit you an SLA. The service is fully Kubernetes conformant. That means you can use it just like the open source software. And on top of those open source version, we also add a few enhancements, the commercial features, including auto scaling, HA, container security services. This will offload the overhead for you to maintain a Kubernetes cluster so that you can focus your energy on your application deployment instead. Right. So on the right-hand side, you can see some of the key benefits. What I want to call out are the two differentiators of Huawei Cloud. The first is the bare metal container technology. This allows you to run a container on a bare metal server with a purpose-built environment to achieve the best cost-performance ratio. Huawei also developed our own high-performance container network, which can achieve up to 30% higher performance than the native container network. So now let's move on a little bit, look at the second component, the service mesh. The Istio project was started by teams from Google and IBM, and it's becoming a very popular choice for service mesh as an open source project. Now, for people who don't know what service mesh is, it provides basically the service governance capability on top of the Kubernetes cluster as an add-on. Right? It allows you to secure, connect, and monitor microservices that are running in your Kubernetes cluster. Istio manages your traffic flows between the services and enforce access policies and aggregates telemetry data for you, all without the requirement to change your application code. This is done through the Envoy side, the Envoy sidecar container inside of each pod, as you can see on the right-hand side. However, running Istio cluster is not an easy job. Similar to Kubernetes cluster, the Istio cluster also need a control plane, right? And it's important that the control plane is maintained properly, so that because any impact to that, it's going to impact your entire cluster. So that leads me to introduce you the Huawei Cloud Application Service Mesh, which is the enterprise-grade service mesh. You can consider it as a managed Istio service, which has extended capabilities based on the open source Istio architecture. There are 5 features, key features. First of all, it supports more complex traffic routing and rate limiting. Secondly, it comes with a built-in grayscale release template which support canary, blue-green, and A/B test function out of the box. The third is the traffic monitoring. It comes with graphical console and dashboard so that you can easily visualize your service traffic. Fourth part is the performance enhancement. Now with the Huawei Cloud ASM, it improved the pilots of the management plane by 60% and reduced the latency of the open source data plane from 2 milliseconds to less than 1 millisecond. The last part is the protocol support. We have full integration capability with Spring Cloud and Double, and it will provide SDK solution to help customer quickly connect to the SDK framework to the ASM for service governance. So that's so much about Istio. Now I want to talk about something that's quite unique and not something that's common from other cloud providers. That is how to run Kubernetes worker nodes at the edge. Now by edge, what I mean by edge is that it's the environment where you want to run your Kubernetes pods closer to where the data is generated. As an example, the IoT device can be an edge environment. The multi-access edge computing device, the MEC, in a mobile exchange can be another example of edge. So the challenge of running Kubernetes cluster across the edge and the cloud core is because of the network. In the edge, you typically do not have reliable and consistent network connectivity back to the cluster. And this is not something that the standard Kubernetes cluster can tolerate, right? So to solve this problem, KubeEdge as an open source project was developed, was created, and Huawei is a key contributor in it. As you can see on the diagram, the KubeEdge comes with two key components, the cloud core and the edge core. Between the cloud core and edge core, it used the WebSockets instead of the REST API to allow a two-way communication. And this is designed to tolerate network instability and also allow the edge core to run on its own when there's no connectivity at all with the cloud core. So one thing to call out is that the KubeEdge does not replace Kubernetes. Instead, it is an add-on to the Kubernetes. It provides the additional functions that are typically and specifically required in the edge environment. So on Huawei Cloud, the service for KubeEdge is called Intelligent Edge Fabric, the IEF, which is a commercial version of KubeEdge. So in summary, I'd like you to take away this chart. The Huawei Cloud offers a full stack of container service, as listed here, based on the common open source technologies such as Kubernetes, Docker, Istio, etc. So you can see there's the CCE, the managed Kubernetes, the ASM, as mentioned before, the managed Istio service. CCI is the serverless container service, which allow you to run purchase container individually. SWR is the container image repository on Huawei Cloud, and IEF is the managed KubeEdge for edge computing. So on top of these services, there are also additional operation and management tools you can see on top part of the chart that is available to you. Application orchestration service and container ops provide you the DevOps capability, and application operation management, AOM, allow you to monitor everything and collect the logs. So I hope you enjoyed the talk. With that, I'd like to wrap it up. This is Anson from Huawei. See you next time. Thank you.
Thank you for the presentations from Anson. And if you want to know about Cloud Native and Huawei Cloud CCE, please scan the QR code and check out our hot sale specials for CCE products and service. Okay, let's take a rest and go into final sessions for our star products and solutions portfolio. Today, artificial intelligence is practiced an important role in our daily life. And here, Michael Shimai, our enterprise intelligence expert, will give us and details illustrations of how AI make enterprise business intelligent.
Hello everyone, this is Michael. I'm from the Huawei Cloud APAC Solution Consulting team. So today I will invite you to navigate through the Huawei Cloud AI solution, and we talk about how to accelerate AI adoption in your business. So the era of Industry 4.0 is coming. AI is increasingly being used in various industries, and it is accompanied by doubts, confusion, and even fears. Being in the collision phase of AI applications at all levels of the enterprise organization, the understanding of AI application impact and the management varies greatly. But the pace of the technological change will continue to accelerate, forcing organizations to invest in acquiring the skills necessary for digital transformation. Machine learning, artificial intelligence, cloud, DevOps, security, and many other technologies impact every IT role. Next. After a period of exploration, various industries, including retail, energy, electricity, finance, manufacturing, education, and logistics, have developed AI scenarios and solutions that can be implemented. This has provided a direction for further evolution and incubation of AI solutions in the industry and accumulated valuable experiences. AI and ML technologies are being deployed to achieve higher efficiency in areas such as improving data quality. New ML-based options can infer anomalies and provide recommendations for remediation. To improve the decision-making process in your organization, you will need to use analytics and some form of business intelligence and AI. Organizations will demand business analytics and AI capabilities everywhere. Meeting customer and business expectations is a daunting task, even for the most seasoned CRM and CX teams. Teams must continually incorporate advanced capabilities such as AI, ML, and conversational UIs. At the same time, they must pull together a unified view of the customer and provide a continuous customer experience. Next. So Huawei Cloud provides full stack, all scenario AI solution for customers. The full stack covers the entire hardware and software stack from bottom layer, hardware chips and IP to top layer application software. The most important layer is the IP and the chip based on the SAN processor, and the upper layer is the operator library and the tool chain enabled based on the CAN chip. For the deep learning framework, Huawei supports the self-developed MindSport deep learning framework and other mainstream frameworks in the industry. The upper layer is the application enablement layer, including the one-stop training platform of the public cloud, Model Arts, and various AI applications based on Huawei Cloud. The all scenario covers various possible development environments of AI products, including consumer devices, public cloud, private cloud, edge computing, and IoT devices. Customer can obtain Huawei Cloud AI capabilities in multiple ways, like code development and training, or calling APIs, or pre-built industry solutions. Next. The industry AI solution pre-built on Huawei Cloud helps customers enable AI in their application scenarios. For example, the auto learning engine helps beginners navigate 5 scenarios with 0 basics: image classification, object detection, predictive analysis, sound classification, and text classification. Next. By calling APIs, Huawei Cloud enables customers to easily and quickly obtain mature AI capabilities like text recognition, conversational robots, image recognition, and voice recognition to build their own industry-oriented AI functions. It takes 7 days to develop traditional OCR identification and only 3 minutes to develop a new style ticket structure extraction interface using Model Arts. Next. So Huawei Cloud one-stop development platform Model Arts is a powerful tool for AI development and enables AI solution replication across multiple industries. The basic feature of Model Arts is full stack automation, automatic modeling, automatic labeling, automatic feature analysis, automatic parameter selection, and automatic collection of difficult cases. The development and iteration efficiency is very high. It helps customers quickly DIY their AI applications with zero code and low barrier. Next. We live in an era of exponential change, driven not only by advances in technologies like AI and ML, but also by the way those technologies combine. Technologies such as cloud, analytics, security, and AI are not disparate and independent entities. Each is necessary and dependent on the others for digital transformation. All IT roles must understand how these technologies impact their discipline. In the year of the ox, Huawei Cloud continues to provide comprehensive support and work with customers to help them evolve from their current phase to the next. So thank you for today. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Michael. We have a full stack and one-stop solution for a variety of cloud products, and we think you can always find out the one you need for your business digital transformation. Up next, let's hear from our customers. Huawei Cloud always support our SME customers along the path through their digital transformations. Please welcome Ms. Yongyan Liu, co-founder and VP of Strategy and Development from Symbiotic Health.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our last session for live broadcast today. And here, I'm grateful to introduce our customer, Ms. Yongyan Liu, the co-founder and VP of Strategy and Development from Symbiotic Health. Hello, Yongyan.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, I'm so happy to have you in this session today. And first of all, would you like to give us a short introduction about you and your business?
Okay. I'm the co-founder of Symbiotic Health, which is a health solution provider specialized in micronutrition and empowered by tech. Our another co-founder, Dr. Samuel Kung, was the first micronutritionist in Hong Kong, where he brought the concept of micronutrition from Switzerland. It's a new thing in Asia. So maybe I give a little bit of introduction of what micronutrition is about.
Yes, please.
We all know about nutrition. We want to eat healthily in order to get a healthy life, right?
Yeah.
And for us, we focus more on the cell level and microbiome level. So our cell, we think about a big tree. If a tree is healthy, the nutrition is actually from its root. So cell and microbiomes in our body is the root of where the nutrition comes from. And that's what we focus on to study. Yeah. We have our own health centers, as well as to work with clinics, spas, and gyms to provide non-invasive health inspection. And from there, to further customize health solutions, including therapies, diet plans, lifestyle programs, and other well-being programs to our clients. We're also having an institute to train professionals for the industry. We are aware that we cannot change the world by ourselves, so we want ourselves to be open enough in the industry to train up more professionals to use our system and knowledge to bring a bigger impact to the society. And we are opening mainland markets soon. Actually, for us, non-invasive and natural are two major words in our business. And you can find these principles in our name. Symbiotic is the symbiosis of nature and human as a bio format. So in the past years, we are working in a niche market and gain knowledge with Asians. We fed data to our algorithm, and now it's time to roll it out to a bigger market. That's roughly us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the introduction. And okay, as I know, healthcare industry is a quite traditional industry compared with the internet industry and other industries, maybe brought in the new young generations. Yeah, and it's not an easy industry, yeah, to get digitalized. I mean, yeah. So, would you please tell us maybe the story about how you start your way of digital transformation? Yeah, please. Yeah.
Yes, a very good question. Actually, healthcare is a traditional industry, but it's also an industry embraced the most by technology. The COVID-19 pandemic dramatically changed our way of living. We notice how fragile our life is and how fragile the medical system is. We are desperate to be able to prediscover risk in life, supervise our health, get our body prepared for the unforeseeable attack from the outside world, right? That's our life in the past year. It's not a difficult decision to convert us from the traditional industry to an intelligent business. That's what we say. The driving force is actually from inside out if we really want to help more people. Since now we are ready, we have the technology to scan a body a non-invasive way in 2 to 3 minutes and get the health parameter ready. And we also have the know-how in micronutrition. Why can't we use AI and big data to customize health solutions according to these individual data we generated? That's what we ask us. Moreover, actually, we have very limited doctors or nutritionists who can handhold you to to supervise your health program. So in many cases, when clients come to us, they know they need to change, but there was nothing to help them, no system to help them to insist on doing all this meaningful stuff. So very soon they're back to the normal lifestyle. So by having technology, we noticed that that might be an area that we can bring in technology to help people to improve with automation. And that's the reason why we want to convert ourselves to intelligent business, and we believe technology can help us. Actually, we can have an example. If you come to our center one day, you get a scan on your body.
Yeah.
It could be a 2 to 3 minute stuff and completely safe and non-invasive. And we generate your data. We notice that there will be, or there is inflammation inside some of your system or organ system or something. And then we, of course, use our know-how to customize the program for you. And you can go home to download this from our app, our mobile app, right? And in our algorithm can basically recommend according to your data what you should eat, how you should live, and also the knowledge you should know in order to make you keep the healthy status.
Oh, sounds useful. Yeah.
Yeah, in the past, we have to have people to run behind you, but now technology can bring you a new lifestyle, and you can be yourself and have complete freedom to do it in a nice way.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Well, sounds quite challenging, but meaningful mission to be complete now. So I'm quite curious about why your company, SimpleNet Health, chose our Huawei Cloud as your cloud service provider. Yeah, please tell us.
Yeah, for many companies from traditional industry converting to intelligent business, technology is often the way that we feel we are lack of. And in many ways, we have a team in-house to do a lot of R&D, but at the same time, we are SME, right? So we cannot have a huge team backing up us all the time. So we always need to work with different parties and co-create things together. And that makes it very difficult. For us, maybe many people think SMEs are more or most cost effective, and we care about cost.
Yeah.
in the first place. But indeed, the reliability of this, the service provider or tech provider is the most important thing for us. We use your ECS, Elastic Cloud Server, RDS, database, OSS, Object Storage Service, CDN, Content Distribution Service, host security service, and web application firewall. Yes, and the reason why we came to you is actually, first of all, the reliability of your technology, and also the reliable service and support we feel we can get from you. And that's the first thing we consider. And of course, cost effectiveness and resources we can use, your coverage, because we are just starting in Asia and we have greater China market, we have a bigger market in Asia that we want to cover. So coverage is one other thing we need to consider. I think the last point may be more futuristic. It's because if we want to convert ourselves, we want to have a path that to drive us growth in a sustainable way, right? So for us, in the future, we will develop IoT, and we need to know what's new in the market. And I know Huawei is a company invest a lot in R&D. And we believe that, which is, you are doing that to handhold us and give us new picture and new technologies to help us grow. It's important for a company like us. Now we are still very small, but we have ambition to grow in a bigger business. And that's very important for us.
Okay. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Huawei Cloud, we have helped a lot. And so appreciate your trust from time to time. So what's the most impressive thing you remember during the cooperation with Huawei Cloud? Maybe some like our love story to share with us.
Okay. I think you gave a lot of support to us. As I said just now, we have a small team. We often work with different parties. And sometimes I'm not a tech background person. So for me, I'm more looking into development and strategy, right? So there are many programmer team working with me. For me, if they came to me always with technology issues, I have difficulty to carry on the business. So for me, we just simply contact your technicians, your engineer, your sales team. And very often, they contact all the parties in technology themselves. And every time when they came back to me, it's problem solved.
The efficiency.
For this reason, it's really good for small companies like us. You focus more on your business, and you leave the technology and professionalism to the experts, and that saves a lot of effort.
You focus on your profession.
That we really need this. As SME, Huawei is a big company. You didn't you didn't choose. How to say? You won't choose a company according to the size.
No, never. We never do that. We think every company has, they are equal and they have the potential, to go strong or to grow up.
Because we always feel that we get the same service level and we get the same prompt reply or response from your sales team or your technology team to be able to help us no matter what our size is. And that's very important for us.
Okay, so glad to hear that, and also so glad to have you in this talk today. And for the recognition from your company, SimpleNet Health, this one will encourage us to deliver a better cloud service to all of our SME customers in APAC. So yeah, thank you very much for your sharing today. Yeah, and we hope the deployment and the operation of your website and the application and other business works successfully. Yeah, and
Thank you very much.
Please remember Huawei Cloud are always here on your call. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Liu, for your sharing. We are grateful that you can join us today. Thank you for watching, and let's start your cloud journey with Huawei Cloud today. Bye bye.